Hey, what's up, Failbug? We're late. Much like Frau Faubissina, I'm late. What do you mean, I'm late? No, I don't want to start. I just want to freaking broadcast on Twitch as well. Broadcast gameplay on the Twitch. Today is the 24th. I looked it up earlier. We have a viewer already, and I didn't see who it is. Welcome, first viewer. What is up?
It might be me.
It might be someone. It might be Pete, who's right next to me, who's sharing the video.
Sorry about that.
No, you don't have to apologize for sharing the video. I appreciate you sharing the video. Show contributor Irv Daniwatampa has joined. I saw the article you sent me. We will be. I might use that article for next week. We have a lot of content for this week's show. So let's fucking step on the gas and let's get going. Live from Los Angeles, this is Dre's Geek Philosophy, the July 24th edition, the post San Diego Comic-Con edition. Comic-Con has come and gone over the weekend. Many items of nerd importance were announced or talked about or shown. Things were happening. Shit was lost. People went insane.
A lot of shit was lost. Yeah.
Yeah, like lots of shit was lost. But I want to start the show tonight off with some breaking news. I was sent an article earlier today by show contributor Irv Daniwatampa that right now, obviously Justice League is doing their reshoots. Yeah. They are reshooting. They are doing, as you said, $25 million worth.
A lot of reshoots.
That's a shitload of reshoots. That's more than some other films' budgets.
Yeah, exactly.
Good God! And one of the things that they have to, because they're extending into people's others, because they're shooting for longer than expected. Henry Cavill, Superman, spoiler alert, Superman's going to be in the Justice League movie. In case you didn't know that obvious spoiler, Superman's going to be in the movie. And he's filming Mission Impossible 6.
Which he has a mustache for.
He has a mustache for. And Universal's like, you can't shave that mustache. Hell nah. So they're going to have to go in and digitally erase his mustache.
I've always wondered what Superman would look like with the 70s porn stash, and now we have it.
And now, and thanks to the internet, being the internet, there's Photoshop after Photoshop. Literally, I mean, good job, internet.
Yeah.
There are so many Photoshops of Henry Cavill Superman with various forms of mustache. It is mustache. It's so many mustaches. The meme you showed me in the pre-show meeting, the S doesn't stand for hope. The S stands for Selleck. And I died. I did my really hard laugh. I didn't go full Pillsbury Doughboy, but I went like my podcast laugh. I was gone. The S stands for, and of course, and it's a picture of him and Batman with the mustache.
Yeah.
For the people watching home, I'm covering the bottom of my goatee so I can have a mustache.
They should just have, we didn't get creative, just leave it in there somehow.
Leave it in there. I mean, Superman had a mullet in the 90s.
Yeah.
He can rock a Selleck.
Yeah.
He can rock a Selleck. He can be freaking Magnum PI. Kryptonian. Riding his Jeep with his butler.
Yeah.
Superman PI.
It would be great. It'll be great. Oh, hey, what up, Chanel on Twitch? What's up, girl? Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I was rolling.
I wonder how much it's going to cost just to remove.
To erase his mustache? I mean, it's insane. I'm sure it's not gonna be cheap because CGI, good CGI, is not cheap. And in order to remove that lip warmer, to remove the bar handles for that mustache ride, it's going to be a lot of work. So we don't have Super Hitler.
See, that's what I'm looking forward to. Are the moments where people just start like photoshopping.
Oh, it's already happened. I mean, I'm sure it's already happening. I'm sure that we have like Super Hitler with a freaking with a swastika. Good God, I bet no, it's the internet.
Yeah.
I bet there's already a porn version of Superman with a mustache. Because what rule number is that of the internet? If it exists, there's a porn version of it. There's already a porn right now with Mustache Superman with a porn star stash. The synergy is right there.
That's a good a porn name, right? Mustache Superman.
Mustache Superman.
That's really good.
Cock Kent. Cock Kent here. Working at the Daily Penis. And his girlfriend, Lois Labia.
Oh, there you go.
See? The wheels are already coming off. All right, now, Irv, I'm sure he's regretting sharing the video right now on his friends list. Every time you share it. Irv, we go straight into freaking blue territory.
Yeah.
We go blue.
Little bit.
But just straight up. And then, Kiet fam, thank you. Rule 34 of the internet is, if it exists, there is a porn version of it. Speaking of things on the internet, it's Comic-Con happened this past weekend, and a lot of things have been online. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that has not really been online, other than an awkwardly angled video that some adept cinematographer took during the red band version of the share button. The show does go blue and needs a red band. Oh yeah, warning, explicit content. The iTunes version has the explicit warning on it, FYI.
Yeah.
But yes, the awkward cinematography of people sneaking cameras in to the Hall H Marvel panel, and someone got there's been various versions of this video,
different angles,
many different angles of the Infinity War footage that was shown during the same. This is the same footage we talked about last week on at D23, but the Disney ninjas were the phone ninjas were much stronger at D23. They were quite focused. Unfortunately, they could not control Hall H. It probably was a lot bigger room, or you know what? I'm speaking out of school. I don't know if it was a bigger room, but Disney could not control that room, and people were just like slyly holding their phone. Like the one that you sent me, it really looks like the guy's hiding the phone in his coat or in his shirt or something. He's like literally half the phone is probably sticking out the shirt right here. So we'll just use my phone case here for the people watching on Facebook. It's literally probably the camera barely sticking out here, and he's just watching it. He's like, oh god, Infinity. And from what I could see from that poor angle, that footage looks amazing. Yeah, it looks awesome. Spidey in the freaking in the Iron Spider suit, fucking bearded cap. I mean, Thanos grabbing pieces of a moon and throwing it at everybody.
I love the opening when Thor hits the Guardian ship and then Rocket freaks out. He's just like, "What is it?
What is it? It's freaking Thor." It looks like it's. I really wish that Marvel / Disney would stop being so freaking precious with this footage and just release it. I mean, it's out there. We've seen it. Let us see it in its freaking glory. I mean, if you were to tell me that maybe they're trying to protect it because of Thor Ragnarok, they don't want people freaking misunderstanding what's going on. They want to focus on Thor Ragnarok is the next Marvel movie. And, and then after that Black Panther, and then it'll be Infinity War, and maybe they're we want to keep this as a treat for the people who brave those lines. I'm like, you know what? The lines don't matter. It's the freaking internet.
Yeah. Well, people were saying too that I guess the big complaint is it spoils Thor Ragnarok because we see Thor in space and I don't know.
Yes, there's a reason why he got there on their windshield.
Yeah.
Right, because he got his ass beat in freaking Ragnarok. But it's like I understand a little bit from them, but it's out there. Yeah. I mean, all the other big stuff from Comic-Con is out on the internet. Yeah. I mean, just they're not going to cut it loose, but it is what it is.
I think we talked about it on Saturday. It's like they released that Justice League the trailer, and Marvel usually likes to release something right after to kind of kick its ass, right?
And that they did.
That would have done it though. That.
Oh well, honestly, I think the Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, it might be arrogance on Marvel's part, or all we have to do is show this new Thor Ragnarok trailer, and that's all we really need to do to beat the pants off that. Because the Justice League trailer, I watched that first because that panel happened earlier in the day on Saturday, so I saw that trailer. I'm like, all right, this doesn't look awful.
Yeah. And
everyone has this great hope that because of all these reshoots, that maybe Joss Whedon is going to inject his nerd magic into the movie and quote unquote save it. But It was fine, but that new Thor Ragnarok trailer, I didn't think they could top that other the first Thor Ragnarok trailer. I'm like, there's no way they can top that. That was amazing. Immigrant song. Where again, he's a friend from work. And like the hammer being freaking shattered in a million pieces. Hella freaking Kate Blanchett looking bad fucking ass. No, but this new trailer fucking destroyed. It was hilarious. Again, like the whole vibe of this movie is comedy and action and loud colors and freaking and free Jack Kirby with all
There's a lot of Jack Kirby.
a lot of that Jack Kirby influence.
Stuff, yeah.
All
over that place.
It looks like it. This is like a love letter to comic book nerds, but it's also going to be accessible. It has that Guardians kind of feel of like we're in space and we're having fun and we don't give a damn about what happens out here. Yeah. We're going to have comedy and we're going to have action and it's like the. I think we mentioned this before. This has replaced the '80s action movie.
Oh yeah,
that '80s kind of '90s action movie. The Rambos or the True Lies. That like these fun action movies. That's what these Marvel well, at least especially on the Marvel side, Marvel that's what they've become. They've become the action movie of the '80s and '90s, and that's the modern. Like, this is what we're getting. Instead of Charles Bronson and freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, we have Iron Man and Captain America and Thor.
I'd argue that these are bigger.
No, they're even bigger.
I mean,
well, financially, obviously, these are way bigger, yes.
I remember seeing those summer blockbuster movies back in the 90s, like, say, like Eraser or True Lies or those
good old Eraser.
Yeah.
I weirdly liked that movie because of the railgun.
So did I. I thought it was fun.
It was a fun movie, yeah.
But back then and today, it's not like I go like, oh, I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come out and wait for that to come out. I am dying for the new Guardians of the Galaxy for 2 to come out August 22nd.
Oh, yeah, August 22nd comes out on Blu-ray.
I'm looking forward to every one of these movies.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, which we found out last week or the week before, they're going to put all the Captain America PSAs, and they're going to put more Captain America PSAs. Like they had Chris Evans for a day, so they just had him in the Avengers 1 cap suit. Be funny. Here we go. And so they're going to have a whole bunch of those.
And that's like quick turnaround, like September or like.
Well, that's usually the summer movies. Usually they have a quick turnaround. That's September kind of turnaround. I mean, I feel now home entertainment like they come out with the movies a lot faster.
Yeah, because I was talking to somebody about that. I remember as a kid, it'd be like a year, right?
It would take forever back in the day. Yeah, I remember when Terminator 2 came out on VHS, it was like a big deal. That like it took forever. Yeah, the home video transit. I think movies lasted in theaters a lot longer back in the day. Like you could still see like the summer blockbuster would be the entire summer. Like you could like Terminator 2 would be in the theaters for the entire summer. Like from like whenever it would come out Memorial Day all the way through maybe the end of August, you could still catch that movie. There wouldn't be this constant wave of releases that we have now where it's like shit doesn't last. I mean, like in a few weeks, whatever was the big movie a couple weeks ago, like I'm sure I can watch Spider-Man: Homecoming in like 3 weeks at the cheap Pasadena theater for $3. Yeah. I remember when the Avengers Age of Ultron, one of my buddies Darren, like he used to be very dependent on me to take him to Marvel movies, but now like he goes out of the way and goes on his own. Before it was kind of like, oh dude, I'll go if you take me, but now like he's independently going now. He's like so into it now that like all right, he doesn't need me to friggin' nudge him. All right, let's go, bro. I'm like, hey, let's go to the cheap theater. Let's go watch it for $3. Let's knock this sucker out. And now the turnaround is so quick now because there's so much more content that you have to like literally strike while the iron's hot. All right, everyone is still kind of jazzed over Guardians. All right, cool, boom. The big freaking DVD and Blu-ray campaign is already happening. Yeah. And even for that, I saw a cool commercial. They did like a cheesy freaking 80s commercial. Yeah. Oh my god, the cheese was so great on that. Oh, I was dying.
And you got was it the David Hasselhoff music video?
Oh, David Hasselhoff music video. Come on. So great. I mean, I don't want to distract. That's why we got the format right here. The biggest thing about that Thor Ragnarok trailer, the very end when the Hulk is talking. And the Hulk is fucking hilarious. Yeah. Like Thor, like, you and I, we're very similar. Yes, Hulk like fire. You're like water. Like, no, we're both fire. No, we are both fires. Hulk like big raging fire. You, Thor, small fire.
Yeah.
So freaking great. Comedic freaking Hulk. Yeah. Oh. And then in the trailer, you get to see, Mark Ruffalo as, another funny comedy line. It's like Mark Ruffalo, I guess he wasn't aware of what he did as the Hulk, and he's like, oh, did we fight? And the Hulk's like, yes, I won easily. And they show a clip of the Hulk beating the shit out of Thor. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Sam, you didn't get a chance to watch it in the pre-show, but the new trailer is just, it is even more action-packed, even more you see the Valkyrie calling down a shitload of other Valkyries. Like, holy fuck!
Yeah, it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be a big one.
And friggin' Loki and the Hulk with giant guns going, hi. They're like, hi. Boom! They start blasting a bunch of dudes. Like, yeah, this is the modern '80s action movie. Yeah. It's just so much fun and just wanton, ridiculous destruction, and I want it in my face.
And they threw
I want wontons in my face.
Wontons.
And they threw a lot of classic Thor. I don't even remember that giant wolf the freaking Hulk is fighting. That's
really?
That's a Thor thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, there's so much about that. I can't decompress how much was really fun about that trailer. Like, I've seen a lot. I just lost my hammer.
Yeah.
And that was yesterday, so that still kind of stings. Yeah. I'm telling you, Sam. After the show, you need to knock out that trailer. You're gonna realize, wow, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's off. And then Marvel also talked about some of the other movies coming out down the pipe. Obviously we still have Black Panther coming out. We got to. If you went to go see Homecoming, you probably saw the new Black Panther trailer. They had actually that was actually some other footage that they haven't released either. They showed some more stuff from Black Panther.
It's footage from the movie. It was just a clip or something like that.
Yeah, it was a clip of the movie. There was something they had the entire cast there.
And apparently that clip got a standing ovation. So I don't know what's going on there, man.
I mean, I loved Creed, so I have no doubt that the director Ryan, I don't know how to say his last name, Coogler, the same director from Creed, who's directing this movie. I have no, I freaking almost bawled my eyes out at Creed, so I have no idea. I have no doubt. That's what I'm saying. I have no doubt that this movie is gonna, this Black Panther movie is gonna deliver. Yeah, oh my god, the quality of actor they've put together for this, can't wait.
Yeah.
But right now my eyes are but my focus is on Thor Ragnarok. That's that is coming in November.
That is coming in November.
I want it, and I want it now. And then we'll move on to Black Panther, and then we'll move on. Is Deadpool 2 next year, or no? Or is that 2019?
No, that's next year too.
Is it next year?
Yeah.
Was there anything at this Comic-Con about it, or
not really? Because I think they're filming it right now.
Oh,
and they're literally in the middle of it.
Oh, but shit, man! Marvel. I mean, for Guardians, however many years, the first Guardians, they flew the Guardians freaking cast from London to Comic-Con. So I'm like, whoa, Fox is getting cheap here or something?
Fox doesn't have Disney money, man.
That's fair. That's a fair statement. Yeah. They don't get that. They don't have Uncle Walt to pay for everything.
No, they don't.
Uncle Walt pays for everything for that. That was always the joke when I worked there for the years. Like, oh, don't worry, this meal's on Uncle Walt. The other big news that I really liked was the Captain Marvel movie. They talked about that and how that movie's gonna be set in the 90s. So I've liked the Marvel period pieces that they've done so far, and I can't wait. Anytime they show kind of this untold history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's so cool too, because I was thinking to John about that once they announced it was set in the 90s. I was saying it's so cool because you think about going back to that very first Iron Man movie. Nick Fury's telling them, there's a bigger world. You're only a superhero. He's referring to Captain Marvel. He's referring to Cap in the 40s. That's cool.
Yeah, there's this whole history. And I don't. It's something that we've talked about here before several times. Like after the second Infinity War movie, that's always been kind of my concern. Where do we go? I knew that tape was old.
That's cool.
Where do they go? Where do we go? Once we've defeated Thanos, once we've stopped the Infinity Gauntlet in some way, shape, or form, where will they go? And then it just kind of occurred to me, literally right now as we're talking about it, is that now we can mine the history of the Marvel, the cinematic universe they've created, and this kind of gets them out of a lot of the problems. We're like, we Iron Man's getting old or whatever. Yeah. We can just go further back and tap into this kind of the secret history of the MCU.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, we can do it. They can probably do a lot of fun stuff like that.
Oh, we can totally get like a Hank Pym movie set in the '60s or whatever,
Exactly. And then the other big revelation about that Captain Marvel movie is that the bad guys are going to be Skrulls.
Scrolls, yeah. We're getting
Which
Skrulls.
I feel like, your average comic nerd probably like, oh, this was something that should have been under. We all thought that falls under the Fantastic Four, so that then Fox would control the Skrulls. But apparently that is not the case. Clearly,
Well, they probably got it through some deal. They know, because remember there was that whole thing with they were trading for something, and then they got Ego, and they got something out. They wanted Silver Surfer, but
they wouldn't let go of Silver Surfer, but they let go of the Skrulls. You see, probably let's see. And as we're talking the pre-show meeting, I'm sure Fox didn't realize what they were giving up.
Yeah.
They're giving up the Skrulls. Like, oh, this weird green shape-shifting alien race. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then we see, and then we're doing the pre-show meeting. It's like, oh, how long before we get a freaking secret invasion where all of a sudden all these heroes are being replaced by freaking shape-shifting aliens, and that'll be our big thing that we build to in 2025 or something.
yeah, I mean it makes sense.
It does. It's like that could be aside from doing a lot of these prequel or a lot of these period pieces. Now
we got the secret invasion.
we could have the secret invasion where that could be the end of the end of the second Infinity War movie or whatever, or the Infinity Gauntlet movie. It's like, oh, one of the heroes dies and turns out to be a Skrull. Dun dun dun. What our friend, who we thought is our friend, was a shape-shifting alien
This whole time.
and that could be like the Nick Fury moment at the end of Iron Man 1, welcome to the Avengers.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we built up the Avengers, and then we've built up from the Avengers to Infinity Gauntlet, and now this could be the stepping stone to something else. Now that we know Skrulls,
they could,
that could lead to that's going to be our next the next big threat.
Yeah.
And hey, cool.
Yeah. I mean, hats off to Marvel, man. They got the Skrulls so they could do the Kree, because the Kree is the enemy of the Skrull.
And Captain Marvel is Kree.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a Kree Skrull war.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a Kree Skrull war movie. I don't know.
That's possible. And we already established the Kree, right? Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. They totally established the Kree. Yeah.
Assholes.
They are assholes.
Yeah.
Freaking Ronan the Accuser, asshole.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. He's a Kree. There you go.
Yeah, Ronan the Accuser is a giant Kree asshole. So he betrayed his race because
he wouldn't get down in a dance contest.
Right, asshole.
What kind of asshole doesn't get? I mean, seriously, you're being challenged. He got served.
He did get served by Star-Lord.
Yeah.
This is totally true. Another piece of information, because the Ant-Man and Wasp movie, I think that's next year, isn't it? Or isn't that the first movie after Infinity War? Or I feel like that's the summer, kind of in the homecoming spot.
It might be, or it might be later.
That might be later on, but I know, because I know there's 3 Marvel movies next year, and Black Panther, the first Infinity War, and I believe Ant-Man and Wasp is the one after that, and then we get Michelle Pfeiffer as probably the original Wasp.
Yeah, and Janet
Van Dyne, and then you get freaking Lawrence Fishburne as
Bill Foster.
Bill Foster, a.k.a. Goliath, one of the other giant men.
Yeah. What was he?
AKA Morpheus.
We got Morpheus.
Goliath.
Do you want the white giant or the black giant?
See, okay. Do you think he's gonna be Goliath, or do you think he's just gonna be Bill Foster?
The nerd in me wants him to be Goliath, but the realist in me is they're just throwing that name in there. Like, hey,
Bill Foster.
Bill Foster. This will get the nerds excited.
Yeah.
Then we'll have Thor kill him. What?
yeah.
That's not Thor. It's a Skrull.
Scroll. Clone.
It's a clone Skrull. Something. See, that's what I'm saying. They can be very fluid with this. They can just kind of change it up.
Yeah. Well, big time. So
yeah, Marvel really. I honestly was. I'm surprised that Marvel was freaking brought the thunder.
Yeah.
So to speak, to use a terrible pun in regards to Thor Ragnarok, they fucking delivered. I really thought that they were gonna do all their fucking cool shit at D23 and not really show up to Comic Con. It's like, all right, we did our shit at our show. Fuck everyone. But no, they came to Comic Con. They showed the Infinity War footage, and then they went above and beyond with Captain Marvel and Black Panther and Ant-Man and Wasp. And Thor Ragnarok, because I don't. Did they show that Thor Ragnarok trailer at D23?
Yeah, no. They showed that at Comic Con. Yeah.
So that was first at Comic Con, and then that really cool poster. Oh, that poster was nuts. Yeah. That's totally a little Kirby-esque and friggin' again.
All the colors, man. All the colors.
Love letter to freaking old school '70s comics. Because they finally, as Kia fan mentioned, it's to make up for the Dark World, which was. I mean, I have to say, I think that's probably the least good Marvel MCU movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Worse than Iron Man 2?
It's right there, dude. Honestly, Iron Man 2 is still entertaining.
Yeah.
At many
We
points.
get the briefcase armor, man.
We get the that's I mean to nerds the briefcase armor is a big fucking deal because all through the 70s and 80s, Iron Man used to just carry the briefcase, carry his armor around in a briefcase.
And they made that shit work.
and they made that shit work in the movie.
Iron Fist also was disappointing.
That's Netflix. As far as the movies go,
yeah.
I think Dark World is probably the weakest of all of them, and then maybe Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Would see the Defenders got a new trailer.
They showed the first episode of the Defenders in the panel.
Yeah.
Holy shit. There was a new trailer and all kinds of stuff. Oh shit! I didn't even have that on the format.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. That one is gonna win. That one.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be a lot of fun. I think they're gonna deliver on that one. I think one of my favorite writers, Brian Michael Bendis, he's just having a ball because this is like almost all his characters.
Yeah, pretty much.
all the characters that he's like curated over the years as a comic book writer, and he gets to like realize them, kind of like the way he wrote them.
Yeah.
In a TV show. He's just like. He is living the most charmed nerd life of all.
Oh,
like a guy who worked at a comic shop, went to writing comics, and now like all these creations that he's made are on television and on movie screens. So like kudos to him that to have done such a good job. Like like I said, Homecoming. That's basically his Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Easily.
The Netflix shows, a lot of that, the Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and even I feel Daredevil is also influenced by a lot of his stuff.
A little bit,
Little influence, but I feel more so Jessica Jones. That was literally just they took his Alias book where they took her from like superhero, like a D-level superhero, to like now she's like this one of the best Netflix shows.
Yeah,
like she's up there. It's freaking great.
Yeah, that trailer looks really good, man. Like I can't wait for that. And then people are complaining, I guess it's shorter than the rest of it. I think it's like 8 episodes or something like that.
Really?
But I feel like, I feel like it's a team show. I mean, like, I don't know how much you can do.
You can't, honestly, you can't really drag that out. I'm sure there's a lot more logistical, cost things because you have all the stars in one show. Plus, you have Sigourney Weaver, who's like the big bad of this.
Yeah. But instead of having to produce 2 or 3 shows at a time, you have one show now.
No, but
I know you have to pay the cost for the stars.
Yeah, pay the cost for the stars. Plus, they're going to come right out the gate with a Punisher show right after, and I feel like we're still going to get our season 3 of Daredevil, season 2 of Jessica Jones, season 2 of Luke Cage at some point down the line.
Jessica Jones is like next year too. I think season 2 of that because they're filming that right now. I think.
Oh, are they filming that at the moment? Yeah. So they still. I mean, like this is the team up. I mean,
they are busy.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're probably pretty busy, and I think this is just gonna be like because it's shorter. It's just gonna be one really big one big superhero throwdown. It's just gonna be one really prolonged freaking 4-person comedy skit beating the shit out of freaking ninjas and freaking whatever else is gonna throw. Yeah, like in the trailer, we're really not sitting down and eating here. No, and then they end up sitting there, chowing down. They're like, are those pork? Like Daredevil with his fucking acute sense of smell, he's like, those are pork dumplings.
I love how he took her scarf and he wears it as a mask, and she's just like, oh, you look stupid. He's like, it's your scarf.
Dick. It's too much. Speaking of stupid things. Let's talk about Justice League.
All right. Let's talk about
but I know you have a lot of thoughts and feelings, and I want you to unleash. Like, I will be the Sam to your Dre, and I want you to give us all your passion about this. Because I feel you're a bigger DC guy than me. I'm a pretty big DC guy, comic book wise. Yeah. But I feel because Superman is your favorite character. So you are a DC guy, dyed in the wool, to use an old person phrase.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this trailer. We talked about it earlier. It's better than the last one. Right?
It's better than the last one.
It looks a little cooler, right?
Flash was hilarious.
I think it showed a lot from the last one. We still got Momoa surfing on parademons.
Yeah. They used some of the action moments from the first one, but then there was a lot more. I dare say there was a lot more Whedon-esque moments.
Oh yeah,
you are going to see the influence. Like people were saying that he wasn't going to really have a big influence on the movie, but I think you can already tell.
Like that whole Flash thing when he was like, I don't know how to fight. Like I push people and run away. Like
that I feel that's like
that's a Whedon line. Right
that's something he's done. I don't think that would have I don't think that line would have happened. Like we would have had more of the "What's your superpower? I'm rich."
Yeah.
See, that's a Zack Snyder "I'm Batman, fuck you" line, or like, "Oh, I'm the Flash. I have no idea what I'm doing." Yeah. That's more of like Whedon. Like, no, this is a kid who's a superhero. He has no clue what he's doing.
Yeah.
This is how he should react. We're presented to. I'm surrounded by aliens.
And I showed you a couple of leaked photos of like the action figures of Steppenwolf, and I was not like happy with it, but he looks pretty cool. Like
on the screen, yeah. Like when they showed his little introduction where he's like basically invading freaking the mascara, like holy shit.
And then you see he came out of a boom tube.
Yeah, came out of a boom tube. I mean, nerd. There's gonna be a lot of little things about this movie I'm gonna like all the little Easter eggs, because like I'm a big DC guy too, so there's gonna be things about it which I think are gonna be really awesome. But I think overall, as a whole, it's not gonna be like great.
Why did you call him an asshole?
Asshole?
See,
asshole.
But see, you could tell.
As a whole.
As a whole.
But see, you could tell too, like they're responding to the response of Wonder Woman, because it opens with Wonder Woman fighting a bunch of dudes. You know, it's like we're back in Themyscira. We see all that stuff. You know, and I feel like the tone of it is very Wonder Woman, you know, where
it's a lot lighter.
It's way lighter.
It's not. We're not dealing with like '90s era grunge music. Now we're more like it's like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a good time, guys.
Like the Batman's not branding people around. Like
the Batman.
Yeah.
And then we got freaking J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
As freaking Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. It's really odd.
As a nerd, I'm gonna have to like make peace. I'm sure he's gonna be awesome because he's J.K. Simmons. I was just here spouting 2 weeks ago off about how he's like the freaking the best thing in the Spider-Man trilogy. So I feel like he'll deliver what he needs to do.
See, my biggest thing with this trailer though that like bugged me was they're talking about like, oh, Superman's dead, and we see all the memorial and everything, and then we see like Hope is dead, like a newspaper, and then Batman's like, oh, Superman was a symbol for the people. Weren't they afraid of him? Like, you know, like, can we do two movies about everyone being afraid of him?
This fucking alien.
Yeah.
Hey, this is anti-immigration. Fuck you, alien superhero. Go back to your dead planet. I can't go home, it's dead, you dicks.
That's kind of like
I got nowhere else to go.
So I kind of feel like that's the whole thing. Like, oh, we didn't like him, but now he's gone. We miss him. Like,
hey, it's like Janet Jackson said in the '90s. You don't know what you've got till it's gone.
True, right?
You're welcome, Sam.
And then there's a lot of cool references. Like with Steppenwolf, he's all like, oh, we don't have a Kryptonian. He says, you have no lantern.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be little things like that where I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna squee because I'm a freaking comic book nerd. They can get me. They can hit the right buttons with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like someone saying like, oh, there's like, oh, if you stop the trailer at a certain point, you see like a green light underneath the ship. It's a Green Lantern.
No.
I'm like, that's a stretch.
Maybe.
That's like that is a reach. That's like let me reach over there. Yeah.
But
they do mention there's no lantern.
Yeah.
There's no Kryptonian.
You're like, oh shit. Like it's
give me the Green Lanterns. Give me all the things, but please don't suck.
Don't suck.
Can we just make it and not suck? Is it too much to ask?
I think a little bit.
Apparently, it's like the one. I said before, the one company they control all of their content.
Yeah.
They have it all. They don't have the problems that Marvel has.
Yeah.
They have control of everything, but they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. But then we talked about it earlier.
God, if a friend of the show, Jai Pollard, was, he would make a really big crass comment. But what were we talking about earlier?
We were talking about earlier how like they're giving Joss Whedon $25 million to like do reshoots. And you've said it like that's bigger than most movies.
That is bigger than most movies. That's a ton of reshoots. That's like so many.
Like, what are they gonna do with it? Like it's gonna take that.
They're
much.
shooting a new movie.
It feels like it.
Yeah. No,
Like,
that's what they're doing.
They're shooting a new movie. Cause one of the things I read earlier when I was looking at all this stuff, it was saying like they're keeping, I guess, a lot of the action sequences, but then Whedon, like they're using Whedon's reshooting a lot of dialogue, a lot of transitions. Where like I'm sure he's gonna like have a lot of this stuff make more sense. So I think in that way, if that is actually what is occurring, it's not just some rampant nerd speculation. I think that could be a good thing for the movie if we have a master of dialogue, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense because Zack Snyder, he does great action sequences. He does,
Poor dialogue.
poor dialogue.
Martha!
Honest to
Did you
God,
just say Martha?
the biggest problem I have, obviously, besides the fact the dialogue is insane, you say about the great action sequences. My problem with Zack Snyder films are the zoom-in close-ups on every single scene that Superman flies in. It's irritating.
The Superman poopy.
It's like we have it at a distance and you see how fast he's going. Let's have a shaky camera and then zoom in really close so you can see. Get a it's in every scene, and it's
overboard.
It's the worst cliche of new filmmaking in action movies.
They freaking go freaking balls deep into their eyes. Let's show you the whites of their eyes.
Oh, the slow motion. Like he does a lot of slow motion.
For me,
Martha.
His
Say
action
Martha.
sequences are not that good.
Yeah.
They're actually visually more irritating to watch.
I think
than
his
the dialogue is to hear.
his earlier stuff, like 300, that there was a lot of great. Like the one movie I really like. We're gonna Dawn of the Dead. I really like that movie. That kind of stuff worked for a zombie movie, but like I said, you can't just keep doing it. And now he's kind of just indulging himself now.
Yeah.
Where it's gotten self-indulgent to the J.J. Abrams fucking lens flares. It's like you get a little self-indulgent in your own tropes, in your own freaking oh, these are my hallmarks. I have to put them in. I'm Zack Snyder. I have to destroy entire cities and kill Jimmy Olsen.
Kill Jimmy on the first,
I'm M. Night Shyamalan, and I have to destroy everything I touch.
I have to give you a birthday cake made of shit. I'm M. Night Shyamalan. Plot twist.
So I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe, hopefully this changes it, and fixes it, and.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for.
Yeah,
honestly,
really.
like Joss Whedon, you're our only hope.
Yeah, he kind of is. I think, and Warner knows it too, man. They went. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna do reshoots, they could have gotten anybody. They didn't have to get Joss Whedon,
Like, hey, we know you're good with the superheroes.
Yeah.
Can you fix our you did the Avengers movie? Can you fix our Justice League movie, please? If you could, here's your money.
Here's a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
He's not gonna get director credit though.
I foresee that being how they approach him. Can you help us not suck this time?
Like real talk. It's like seriously, work your magic here. But then from Comic-Con, the really from the Justice League. Blah, 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 blah. English is my third language. The panel where that one kid asked, "Oh, where's Superman gonna be?" And Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot gives the really diplomatic answer. It's like, "Oh, that's a very good question." And then Jason Momoa, "Hey, did your parents show you the first movie? Superman is dead." It's like, "Oh, dick move." Yeah. And then this later on, you see that same kid was waiting in line. He waited in line to get the autographs, and then friggin' Aquaman. Friggin' Jason Momoa grabs him, he recognizes him. He sees it's the same kid, and he grabs, put his hand behind his head, and goes, "He's alive, kid. Don't worry.
Yeah,
he's alive."
It's like, wow, man. It's pretty.
It's like you just killed Santa Claus.
No, but he didn't kill Santa Claus. No, he kind of he restored faith.
Yeah, he restored faith, but
in the kid.
He publicly slit Santa Claus's throat and then said, "Don't worry, Santa Claus is alive."
I know. It was friggin' douchebag Aquaman and then good guy Aquaman later. Oh, good guy Aquaman. Don't worry, kid. He's alive.
And did you hear about the moves they announced, right?
Please enlighten me.
So, Flash is getting pushed back a little bit more because we keep losing the record.
Oh, yeah. Show contributor Uvdan Apatapa sent me a message about that too. Fucking Flashpoint. Yeah. Why? Why? I'm gonna have to rage about this for a minute here. Hang on. Get your erection out, Sam.
Okay, time out. The thoughts and feelings of Andres Cervantes do not reflect those of the rest of the people in the show.
I mean, what the fuck, DC? One of my favorite fucking characters And it's a fucking one-trick fucking pony now. Yeah. Fucking Jeff Johns writes this fucking his fucking modus operandi his grand opus Flashpoint, where I fucked up the comic books. We took this story and we fucked up the TV show, which was good. Now it's not good, in my opinion. We fucking destroyed the comic universe. Now we're gonna make a fucking movie out of this? What in the fuck is that? When I fucking heard about they're using Flashpoint in a fucking the first Flash movie, the first thing you're gonna fucking do with the Flash is a fucking universe-shattering fucking stupid thing? What in the fucking hell? God damn it! Like, DC, this is a quote from Morty. Take all your fucking shit, take your comic book shit, take all your shit, and get your shit together. Put it all in one backpack, take all your comic book shit, get your shit together. Fuck, man. When I heard that, I fucking went into a flying rage. A Flashpoint movie? You haven't even established the fucking character, and you're gonna have him fucking shatter the fucking universe? I mean, that is fucking self-indulgent by Jeff fucking Johns. Oh, yeah. That is fucking self-indulgent bullshit. Okay, this is my story. This is my greatest story. I fucking destroyed the universe with the story, so now we have to use it in every fucking medium. The fuck? Clearly, I have some thoughts and feelings.
My nipples are hard after
that. I bet, Sam. That you wanted a fucking Pasión en Corazón. That's how I fucking feel about the stupid shit when I heard about a fucking Flashpoint fucking movie. What the fuck?
Well, you gave me Pasión del Chorizo.
Oh my god. Yes, Irv, yeah. You had a feeling this would happen. Oh, believe me. Like, when you sent me that message earlier, Irv, I fucking lost it a little bit. I'm like, no. I'm going to put this in a box.
Save it.
I'm going to save it for the show. I need this. I need this rage. And I put it in a box. I'd forgotten about it until you mentioned it right now. I didn't even put that in the show format about Flashpoint. Because if I'd written it down earlier during the pre-show, I would have lost my shit then. But right now, when you mentioned Flashpoint, it was like...
Yeah.
You just saw, like, my eyes went like... I want to say something. What in the fucking hell?
Well, everyone's speculating because we have the problem with Affleck. Apparently, he's leaving.
No, well, but then he comes out at Comic-Con and fucking puts on the PR show to let everybody know this is the greatest thing in the world. So I mean, they can fix a lot of problems.
I think that's the thing is. I think we're gonna fix a lot of problems by making this movie.
Maybe you should have made good movies first, then you wouldn't have to fix problems with the stupid fucking plot fucking point of fucking having the Flash destroy the fucking timeline. Go on.
But yeah, no, I feel that's what this movie's about. That's what this movie's for.
There were like, what, 4 movies in this universe?
Yeah, we're gonna reboot.
We had fucking Man of fucking Steel. No. We had BVS. We had Suicide Squad. And Wonder Woman. We're on movie 5 with Justice League. And then whenever that Flash movie comes out with no director. With no director. We're just gonna let's pull down our pants and fucking start this shit over. Because we fucked up. Because we suck at movies. Instead of making good movies, let's use a bad fucking time travel trope and destroy the fucking universe. Congratulations, DC. You suck at movies.
Yeah, that's what's happening there.
I saw there's the Green Lantern Corps movie, right?
Oh,
I'm so mad now.
That's happening, but they didn't announce it. They didn't announce it. I guess
I saw a graphic.
Yeah, but I guess the one they announced was
Cyborg?
No Cyborg.
No Cyborg?
We're getting Shazam. They're filming Shazam next year.
Are we going to have The Rock as Black Adam?
No, he is not coming out in that movie, apparently. They're saving him for the Black Adam movie. Why? But I guess the one thing they did...
I'm going to march right over there and scream at the fucking gates.
But I guess, and then we're getting...
Hey! You suck!
Fuck you!
But then Justice League Dark is happening. So, we're getting a cinematic Constantine and Swamp Thing.
And they're not going to use we have a perfect fucking... perfect fucking TV Constantine, and will we use him? No.
Because they don't like to cross that shit.
They don't like to cross that shit, so we're going to get fucking... They're gonna, I bet... Here we go. Here's my wild speculation. Wild speculation of the week.
Yeah.
They're going to pay fucking... Who's that one fucker? I already forgot his name. He was in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh.
Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell will be our freaking Constantine.
I can kind of see that. You know what my perfect Constantine, though?
Whom?
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, you know what? That's even better than mine. No, that's hands down.
Cause
Like,
think about like, was it like
little train spotting ish.
Yeah.
Train spotting. Nah, that's perfect.
Yeah, right.
That is perfect. I was thinking like phone throwing Constantine, but you freaking nailed it with freaking train spotting Constantine.
Yeah.
There you go. You McGregor, he can get to that point.
No,
he can find it. Yeah. He can be the freaking drunk mystical man who freaking gambled his cancer away with the devil. Yeah. Good on you.
Yeah, that's what they announced, and those are the movies we're getting.
It's like, are they just like not paying attention to? I mean, like, I know you don't want to copy what Marvel does.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. There's probably some professional pride, but if you see what's working, maybe doing the opposite is a bad idea.
Well, I read a review for Wonder Woman that someone said this is they said this is the best DC movie that's come out in the last couple of years, but they also said this is like DC's doing a Marvel movie, and so I think now they're realizing like, okay, maybe let's not do the opposite.
I don't know. We'll see. Like as I've ashamedly said in the past, we will still give them our $6.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
We will go to the bargain theater. Well,
Yeah.
no, we'll go to the cheap night
Yeah.
at our theater in Whittier. We will go there. We'll give them our $6. We will watch the movie. We will enjoy our Easter eggs, and then we will come on the show the following week and take a dump on the movie if it's that bad.
Yeah.
Good God, I'm glad we didn't have this show after Batman Superman
Yeah.
and after like Suicide Squad. That would have been. Those would have been some fun episodes.
Yeah.
I watched it twice because I wasn't sure if it sucked that hard as I thought.
After the first one, I was like, did that really happen, man?
Was that really as bad as I thought it was? Good God. But I want to move to a happier topic.
Please do, because honestly, I think I know where you're going with this happier topic, and I'm titillated.
I know you're titillated. We're going to talk about Stranger Things. Put out that awesome freaking trailer.
Yeah.
Holy balls, they paid $1 million to get freaking Thriller, that Vincent Price voiceover. It's Halloween in fucking Harkins. Holy shit. Poor like the arcade. Be still my gamer heart. All those old school arcade games important. Poor little Will Byers. I guess you can take the boy out of the upside down. But you can't take the upside down on the boy.
Yep.
That poor kid still keeps going back and forth between the real world and then that demon looking whatever the fuck that is. He looks bad. Fucking they're pumping some serious money into this fucking show the second season. Holy fuck! They're counting on lots of new subscriptions. Holy fuck! Oh, but something they dressed up as Ghostbusters and
they caught something in the trap. See that?
Yeah. The Ghostbuster trap had something in it.
Yeah.
Good God! What's in the trap?
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
And they got, there's a lot of stuff. They didn't show much, but they showed enough.
Yeah, they showed enough to get everybody. Freaking they kind of show freaking Will like reaching through the fucking upside. Or was that 11 reaching through the upside down at the end?
11, yeah.
They gotta show 11 at the end a little bit. They're like, where's 11? Where is she?
Yeah.
And just.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that sheriff's still a sheriff. I'm surprised he didn't get fired.
Yeah. Well, he's working for that organization now or something.
Oh, is he?
I think so. They kind of hinted that at the end of the last season.
That he's the end of like working for them.
Yeah.
Oh, so you see that? It's gonna require a rewatch.
Oh yeah, I'm already.
You're planning a rewatch right before.
You gotta do it because it's been a year almost, right? Like
yeah, that's right.
A show I'm not gonna have any problem with rewatching.
That's
I want to see that.
That is an easy rewatch.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to freaking go back and freaking like rewatch Stranger Things. Now that it's so good, but the whole atmosphere of the trailer with the Thriller song.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That was like the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up watching that trailer. Holy fuck, so good.
Yeah.
Okay. So much 80s. So much.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, really, it's between that and what was the one that was set in the 90s? The movie coming out that was on the show, the Marvel one that's coming out.
Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Dude, Captain Marvel set in the 90s, you're going to get your total 90s boner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
And Stranger Things is just a gold mine of 80s stuff.
Oh, good God. I hope they shell out for some more classic 80s tunes during the Halloween. Oh.
That's good. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Ever since the first one ended, man, I was just like, that's it. Like,
hey man, that's how a lot of these Netflix shows, man, like that like what we talked about in earlier, that Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah.
They're like, oh wow, things are happening, and it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, wait till 2019. What? Jesus Christ. They know that. I mean, I feel like I made a reference to, because I was talking about Glow on Facebook with some friends, and I said Netflix has really reached this perfect kind of like balance where they don't overdo the boobs and the freaking sex and the swearing. They don't overdo it like HBO does. Where HBO, it's like, Game of Thrones. It's like it's a game of boobs, a game of cocks. Bump, boob, 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 and cock, and some boobs and some boobs. Or like they don't overdo it, like, and with the swearing, like that's why I remember. There was a feeling I got watching Santa Clarita Diet, where I'm like, they have found that kind of balance where it's like, oh, this is how people actually talk in real life. Yeah. People will say swear words, or like in Glow, people fuck. Yeah.
Very first episode.
Very first episode of Glow. There's fucking. Yeah, you shouldn't probably have watched Lily. Yeah, you can't have Lily watch Glow.
No.
No,
I
you can't.
Watch the documentary about Glow.
Yeah, watch the documentary about Glow, but the actual Netflix show, Lily can't watch that.
No,
it's probably not good.
Yeah. There is some straight up and it's realistic. Yeah, and that's the thing. It wasn't sex for the sake of like, oh, like it's like not like Game of Thrones where it's like, oh, boobs and fucking. There was just like, no, it served the plot.
Yeah.
So, and that's right.
This boob is a plot point.
Well, not the boob, but like the actual the sexual act. In the first episode of Glow, where like her character is she's freaking sleeping with her best friend's husband.
Yeah. And
it's showing them. It's not like they just kind of slink away and fuck. No, they show them fucking. Yeah. Like it was kind of like a transition. No, we can't do this. We can't do this. And then she's on top of him. like. It's like, oh man, she really gave in real quick. Like she really stood firm. It's very he stood firm as well. Friggin' Harry Crane from Harry Crane from Mad Men. So that's what I'm saying. Like Nick's, they handle it in a realistic way, not a gratuitous way. Like there was no more. I mean, after that first episode, there was no other fucking in that show. Yeah. I mean, it was just like, oh, that. Like I said, it was a plot point. That caused the rift between two characters on that show, and that they kind of had to deal with that event subsequently throughout the rest of the episodes. It wasn't just, oh, hey, here's Cersei and frickin' Jaime banging each other. Oh, let's push a kid off the cliff. Game of Thrones. Game of Bones. So, yeah, like these Netflix shows, it's just like they kind of hit that sweet spot of realistic-ish television. I mean, like obviously we're doing Stranger Things, we're doing unrealistic, but they give you that air like this is how people would actually react, not like on a network television show like, oh my god, where it's like if something bad happens to you, like holy fuck, like someone would say, oh shit. Yeah. Because I feel like weren't some of the kids like swearing a little bit in that show? Yeah. Like I said, that I feel as a child of the '80s myself, I would have been swearing. I remember learning swear words in frickin' elementary school.
I was a frickin' potty mouth. Man. I went and saw Eddie Murphy Raw in the theater. I actually went with my brother.
Oh damn!
And they let me in.
My terrible thing that I did was like after watching Back to the Future. Back to the Future had a lot of swear words.
Yeah.
I remember let's see. I'm not sure if I told this story already on the podcast, but
you're gonna see some serious shit.
Oh well, there was that. No. I did something much more horrible. We'd watched that movie, and then what was it? I was playing I think some Atari game, and I kept calling all the tanks bastards. And then my aunt came in and unplugged the Atari, and I'm like, "You bastard!" for turning off the Atari on me.
Wow.
Because hey, Marty McFly saw someone shoot Doc Brown. You bastard! So I mean, hey, I'm a kid. I'm like 6, 7 years old. She unplugged the Atari on me. You bastard! I got my ass beat so hard. That's how bad the ass whipping was. I remember the entire sequence. I remember why that ass beating happened. Because I called my aunt a bastard in front of a whole lot of other family members.
Wow. What game were you playing?
It was some sort of tank game on Atari. I don't know if it was like something like Breakout or it was some tank game. I remember that vividly. I don't remember the name. Oh. I remember I was playing on my cousin's Atari. And like it was like a big family gathering. I'm like playing on the Atari, and like I was calling the tanks bastards. And then when they got unplugged, you bastard! I yelled it out just like Martin McFly. Just like when Doc got shot, you bastards! Yelled it out top of my lungs. Everybody in my family heard it. The ass beating I
yelled
took.
it like someone killed Kenny.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was like the 80. Oh, it was just after Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So like 86, a little bit, and that kind of like 80-ish era when we still had Ataris.
That's right. There you go.
So had Ataris. And speaking of video games, we have to end the show on this one last note. Well, we keep talking about the Super NES Classic. Mm-hmm. So thanks to friend of the show, Andy Fieri. He gave me the heads up when Walmart was doing pre-orders this past, was it Saturday night or was it Friday night? I forgot what night it was. Well, whatever. He messaged me and told me, "Yo, Dre, Walmart's taking pre-orders." I immediately jumped on that shit, got onto freaking Walmart.com, created a Walmart account as much as it shamed me to do so. But hey, I'm a slut for the Super Nintendos. I made an account, pre-ordered, and I immediately messaged this guy right over here. I'm like, "Sam, Super NES Classic, go, Walmart now." Oh, Key FM, Friday night. Thank you. It was Friday night. And I messaged this guy immediately. He got his freaking pre-order in like under the wire, like at the last second. Like he didn't see my message for like 12 minutes. And he finally saw it, and he made his pre-order. He got in, and like I had just messaged, "Oh yeah, it got shut down," literally a minute after he had made his pre-order.
Yeah, no joke.
Like a minute after he made his pre-order. He got that in, and I was like, "Oh shit, we got it in!" And I'm like, freaking, and then back to my friend Andy. I was like, "Dude, you're the real MVP." I got my pre-order. Freaking Sam got his pre-order. We're freaking set. I'm pretty sure you could care less. You could care less. That's why I didn't message you.
Well, then we had that little moment of getting our butts puckered up when we see the article.
Oh, then and the next day on Kotaku on Saturday. Apparently, Walmart that pre-order wasn't supposed to happen. Oh. It went live by accident.
Whoops!
And people were getting emails that their pre-orders were being canceled. And then the show contributor, Irv Danny Patampa, sent me a message. He's like, "Oh, do you still have your Super NES pre-order?" And then he sends me the article of like, "Oh shit, they're getting canceled." I'm like, I immediately logged onto Walmart.com, and mine's still pending, so I'm good for now. I remember messaging back Irv. I'm like, I still have it at the moment. I mean, because I really they're kind of like going down the line and kind of like killing the pre-orders, but they're telling some people they still have them. They're telling other people like, "Oh, sorry, yeah, you don't have it anymore." So right now, Sam and myself, we're still in the clear at the moment.
We are pending.
We are still pending. We are still pending. So we're looking forward to hopefully, fingers crossed, getting our Super NES Classic. And that way, I Star Fox 2. I mean, literally, it's literally I'm buying it pretty much for Star Fox 2.
I'm buying it for all of the games.
I mean, all the. I mean,
every single game on that list is not. There's no throwaways.
There's no throwaways, but I still have my Super NES. And if you catch Saturday nights, that's our new show, Dre versus the Super Nintendo. That is our new show, Dre versus the Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo is winning.
Now, are you playing games that you had previously beaten, or are you?
Oh yeah, no, I'm playing games for funsies. I got the first kind of test one. I was playing Super Mario. I was playing Mario 3 and then getting my dick beat in freaking World 2. and then I fired up Super Mario World, and I forgot how hard that game was. That game was not a joke.
Yeah, I remember being able to complete it, and I look back on some of the footage from that game because I've been getting myself all amped up for. Amped up for this NES Classic. It's insane. I was like, how the hell was I able to do that at that age?
I'm like, the game is going to catch these hands, but these hands are not as young as they used to be. It's going to catch these hands. And I think that's going to be part of the charm of the Saturday night show, where it's me freaking struggling. So yeah, I played some Super Metroid. I finished off last Saturday with some Super Metroid. Is that cord not long enough?
That's what she said.
That's what she said. And I started with those, and yeah, freaking Super Metroid. I was like, oh shit. Like, I remember I used to be able to speed run that game like in under like 3 hours, 2-3 hours. Oh, this is gonna take me like 10-20 hours now. Because it's as I play through it, I have these hints of recollection in my head. I'm like, I think there's something over here. I'm like younger me remembers, there's something, but then I'm still getting lost. I'm still getting embarrassingly lost. And I fought a boss battle. And oh yeah, that's what happened this past Saturday. I fought a boss battle and I won. I'm like, all right, cool. And it was this creepy boss battle with terrible music. And there was a couple of viewers who were watching and talking to me as I was doing it. And I got myself stuck somewhere. and then I accidentally got myself killed because I was being careless, and I had forgot to save, so it took me right back to before that boss battle. And I was like, oh, I am shame. I am shame. Because Game of Thrones, shame, freaking ringing the bell at myself, shame. That's all. Yeah, like I ended the broadcast there, and then I went back. I beat that boss, and I went back to the save point. That way, when I do resume, if I resume round 3 versus Super Metroid, I'll pick up where I should be after the boss, and I can go get stuck again in some room maybe that I'm probably not supposed to be in. But yeah, so yeah, we have a whole network of shows now. We Wednesday nights, myself and Pete Molini here. We talk comic books every Wednesday night on the Multiverse Comic Show. I'm remembering the name now. And then Saturday nights, Dre versus Super Nintendo. So we have 3 shows a week now. That there is no shortage of content coming from your Dre's Geek Philosophy staff. We want to provide the content to you. We want to amuse you with our ridiculous, well, mostly my ridiculousness, but our brand of ridiculousness. So make sure, remember, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Dre GB Podcast. You can watch us on Twitch. You can see the entire staff on Twitch. On twitch.tv/Dre GP Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Dre GP Podcast. You can follow this dancing fool behind me at SamZ570. You can follow the comic book bro at nostalgic_comics or books or comics. I always forget.
Comics, yeah.
No, nostalgic_comics. Every time. This is how professional I am. And we'd like to thank my staff. I'd like to thank show contributor Irv Danutampa. I'd like to thank Andy Ferry for helping us get the Super Nintendo. I want to thank my friend Chanel, always helping me out with Twitch. So, for the whole staff, I'm your host, Dre Cervantes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Stay with us every week. We're here every Monday. Have a good night.